Howdy everybody, want to do a little video today, just talk about trucking in general. If you know somebody that's getting into trucking, new to trucking, all that, this might be a good video to share with them. Just thought I'd put it out there. Today we're going to talk about, trucking and the BS of trucking and the things you see on YouTube that I'd be very wary of. So I want to talk about it. I did get an offer. I did get an email from the company in the thumbnail, Super Ego Waffle Holdings or whatever their name is. Now I've talked to some other YouTubers that's going around. They're trying to drum up some business, I guess. I didn't even negotiate with them. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. I got no need to promote a company like that. Number one, I don't know about. And number two, I hear they got a horrible reputation. If you just, the general people, from what I hear, it's not a positive thing. So, you won't see me throwing you under a bus as a truck driver. This job's too hard. We work too hard. We put in too much effort. We sacrifice. Now, I'm not saying, truck drivers are special and should be treated amazingly. There's a lot of jobs that are tough jobs where people sacrifice a lot that the economy needs, and for me, trucking is one of those things where you should get after the money if you're going to be out here doing it. And you should also be wary of people that have a lot to gain from telling you one thing, and then, them having no idea of how things really are, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's some people on YouTube I would watch you out for that paint a real pretty picture of a certain type of life, but it don't work like that. It don't work like that. When you make more money off of YouTube than you do off of trucking, then for me, your trucking information is a little skewed. It's a little void, honestly, to me. And most of them that do that type of stuff, it lacks substance to me. I'm out here every day doing it. I watch these trucking companies. I watch these people on YouTube. Not so much anymore. I'm kind of getting to the point with it where it's like, some of the smaller channels, when I say smaller, I mean like under 100,000 subscribers, like most of these channels are providing way more information. Like my brother DIY Semi, there's more information on his channel than on a lot of these channels that are 200, 300, 400,000 subscribers. And, and I'll tell you why I think that, channels like his and mine that provide a lot of good education, but don't get the recognition. I think it's because of, number one, we're not, exploiting our personal life on here to gain subscribers. And number two, a lot of the things we talk about that, you should do to make money and to get after it, they're not the easy road. When you promote the easy road, people love it because they say, well, damn, the easy road's the easy road. I wish that was the one that took me to the end goal. But at the end of the day, the average person in trucking is not going to get, all these beautiful, nice things you see on some of these YouTube channels from trucking by going the easy route. Like it's just not going to happen, guys. You got to stay focused and back to the why a lot of the smaller channels don't get the recognition, because we talk about doing things the right way, and the right ways most of the time the sacrifice way. It's the hard way, you could say. Sad truth of it, hate to tell you it's like that, but now, I mean, if you want to exploit your personal life, you could probably gain some subscribers, build you a YouTube channel, do whatever. But, I intentionally keep most of my personal life off of YouTube because, my channel's trucking, Cash is King Trucking, not Cash is King buys a new toy every 3 days and, Cash is King trucks when he feels like it, or maybe he'll never ever trucks again in his life because his YouTube channel's popping. Be careful of that stuff. And, in my weekly recap videos, I say I don't talk about the carrier I'm leased to. And one of the reasons I don't talk about the carrier I'm leased to is because, to me, it's almost like it takes some legitimacy away from what I'm doing if I did that. These guys that their number one concern is promote the carrier they're with because they get $2,000 a head for every person they bring in. And they don't care if the trucking company's good, bad, indifferent. Hell, they'll be at another one 2 days from now. So they don't care. They throw you under a bus. What do you think they care about you? What do you think they care about you? I think some of these people on YouTube that do that, I think they're on drugs. You watch them, you know what I mean? They twitching, they got them shoulders moving like, you know what I mean? Some of them boys ain't right on there, I can tell you right now. I've hung around enough of them to know, you know. I wouldn't leave my push mower sitting out in the front lawn going to get some water if they were in the neighborhood. I'll put it that way. Come on. Part of why I don't talk about my carrier, because I want to show you how to make money off of trucking. I'm not here to show you how to recruit people. Now, if the market keeps going the way it's going, you know, and you see me go off to CRST and I start telling you, oh man, these mega carriers are where it's at, boys, come on over. I mean, you think about it, you know, if they're getting $2,000 a head, where's their head at? Do you think their head's in trucking, or do you think their head's in bringing you in? Bringing you in $2,000? Hell, I could pay my house bills $2,000 a month. Basically, I mean, maybe a little bit more than that I'd need, but hell, I could truck a couple days a week, bring you on in, get my $2,000, pay my bills, man. So be very careful of what you're hearing out of that. And also, you know, as far as like the company, you know, I was talking about that reached out to me, you know, the super egos of the world. You know, just be aware that's going around on the internet right now. You know, they got a lot of trucks sitting over there they need to fill, is what I hear. And their reputation has caught up with them. And, you know, you're going to start seeing more and more YouTubers on here. You know, they're going to take that money. And that's why I'm calling this video out. You know, that's why I'm putting this out there, because I want you to know that, you know, that's why you're going to start hearing a lot of good from them on the internet, you know. Yeah, I don't know. You look at the deal and you read the deal. I had someone share with me what they pay a week at a company like that. New truck, new trailer, you know, the whole shebang. You're talking like $1,700 a week on a lease purchase. You know, it's like, in this market, that's a tough go. So be careful of you know, companies like that. I wish we could do word of mouth promoting of companies between truckers, you know, and that's why I don't promote any companies really. You know, if I see a good deal out here, I'll try to talk about it. I do videos about once a month or so called Craigslist Job Search, where I pick a major city in the U.S. and I go through Craigslist and kind of talk about certain jobs and kind of get a feel for what's going on out here in this market. But as far as promoting a company, I don't know. Like when I read their jobs, when I read the jobs ad on these Craigslist jobs, you know, if I hear something that's good, I'll say, well, that sounds pretty good, you know, or whatever. But that's about the most you'll hear out of me. You really got to do your own research, and you know, like you got to talk to drivers that don't have anything to gain from it. You know, that's the problem with YouTube. You know, how many channels out here are pro prime, you know, and they send you a 30-minute video of how great prime is. You know, Western Express is another one of these. They clearly pay people. I don't know about Prime, but I know Western Express, some of them videos seem like they're produced pretty well. I think those are like professionally done or whatever, but you know, they tell you, oh, it's so great over here. It's awesome. But then you think about it, you know, and what's that person got to gain? At the end, they tell you, hey, be sure to sign up with my promo code. Come on, baby. You know, get daddy his money. Be very wary of these people, you know. And this is and I know a lot of you seasoned guys out there, you get this. You know, this is more for the new guys in the industry. You know, some guidance here. You know, be very, very wary. Now, if someone puts out a video, an honest review of a company, I've got no problem with you making money off of recruiting if you're honest about it. Because my take on it is, if you help someone with good information, you've been at the company for a while, you understand how it works, you can put out your experience, I don't see any problem with that. And if you get paid to do that, I ain't worried about it. But be careful of, you know, like, how long's the person been there? What are they gaining from you coming to work there, you know? I told a buddy of mine the other day, I said, try to talk to people at the truck stop about their carrier. That's how I found the carrier I'm at. I actually had seen them around a little bit, and I seen a guy at a truck stop one time, and I was like, hey man, how's it going over there? And he was like, he gave me the truth about it. And then I started doing more research on it. Something like that could be more useful than, going to, YouTube and searching the company, because let's face it, these people are looking for clicks and they're looking for recruitment, and that's all they care about. They don't care if you lose everything you got. And because here's the thing for me on switching companies, you lose about a month of your life every time you switch companies. From the time you decide to stop one company, go to another company, by the time you start getting paid again, on average, a couple weeks to a month. Now, I know trucking's very easy to quit one job on Friday, start a new one on Monday, go to orientation. So not always do you lose that, but like by the time I'm also factoring in like you got to learn the new system, so you're not as productive that first couple weeks. So switching companies can hurt you in a lot of ways, but I'm not saying stay with some, crappy company that's doing you wrong because of, you want to, hang in there. Like, if they're not doing you right, you got to move on. It's just facts. But I've never been a fan of going from one mega carrier to another mega carrier to another mega carrier to another mega carrier. I had a buddy of mine started in trucking about 2 years ago, started out at Prime. He did that for a couple months, and then he didn't call me before he went to Prime, or I'd have told him, don't do it. But anyway, he gets over there, he gets treated like crap, crappy trainer, the whole nine, what you'd expect from a mega carrier. Calls me like a month later, says, yeah, I quit Prime. I was like, oh, okay. Like, where'd you go? Oh, I went to Schneider. I mean, to me, it's like it's mega carrier to mega carrier. You're just changing the name on the side of the door. You're not changing the way they do business or the way they think about new drivers, Now, I guess his training was a little better at Schneider than it was at Prime, but the same experience. He couldn't get out of there. He was looking to get out of there faster than he got in there. And I'm like, well, and I told him, I said, well, I know a lot about companies. Like, you can call me if you got one you want to talk about. And I told him, I said, me personally, I would be thinking like, not mega carrier again, maybe try to find somewhere that treats you a little better. But, and I would love to do company reviews more of what I've heard and what I know of these companies. But again, it seems disingenuous, like these company reviews on YouTube, a lot of them, I did one for Western Express, like back when I first started YouTube, like 4 years ago, just because it was such a horrible experience. I wanted everyone to know how horrible that experience was at Western Express, but I don't know. It's going around. It's that time. Companies are going to start, throwing money at YouTubers. So don't be surprised when you start seeing your favorite YouTuber hawking a company that ain't worth a damn, because it's going around, just don't get caught up in it. You know what I mean? Like, if you've never heard a good thing about a company and then all of a sudden a YouTuber jumps in and says, they're awesome. And I'm like, you ever worked there? You ever been there? You ever learned about them for real? I tell you what, I still got this goal of when my YouTube channel gets big enough, I'm going to go undercover and go to every one of these big companies' orientation. Hell, I may even go work for them for a month. And I'm going to get a real experience of how things go. That's one of my goals. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. If you think I missed anything, leave me some comments down there. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for supporting the channel, guys. This year's been a great year for the channel, and I just want to say thanks for that. Stick around for the commercial afterwards for some trucking products. And if you don't feel like sticking around, that's cool too. Just remember, people are more important than trucking. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. Just want to talk to you a little bit about a company I'm partnering with, Mighty Products, spelled M-Y-T-E-E. You flatbed guys probably already know them. They are huge into flatbed straps, tarps, everything, toolboxes. I mean, they sell everything for trucking. Go check them out. Links are down there in the comments and in the description of the video. Check it out. I really appreciate them reaching out and wanting to work with my channel. It helps me out tremendously if you shop through my link. I would much appreciate it. And let me know what you think about them if you do buy something from them. Thanks. Appreciate your feedback.